I would walk, it's like I would have to put my head down kind of deal because it would be a fight or a jealousy situation if, God forbid, someone smiles at me. Our dresser said, girl, stop. I go, what do you mean? I just wanted to get married again, and it didn't matter who it was. Hi guys, welcome to Life is Messy, episode 2. My name's Jen, your host, and today we're gonna discuss a few topics. We kind of asked a few of our guests of what we wanted to talk about. Today's topic, let's keep this short, 5 minutes. It's gonna be dating after a divorce. So, when I started dating, it was interesting, and I'll tell a brief story of why I decided to date. One of my favorite marketing manager's girl's mother, which is good friends with me, really encouraged me to put myself out there. And honestly, I wanted just to stay at home with my kids. She told me, she goes, no. She goes, Jen, you're young. And when I got divorced at, let's see, I'm 38 now. I got divorced at around 35. And she said, Jen, you're young. You have a whole next chapter of your life, right? So my friends really encouraged me to date. I think we should just call some of the dudes today, because here was my problem, is that I just wanted to get married again, and it didn't matter who it was. And it's funny of who the universe sends to you in different chapters of your life. And it's based on your healing and like who you attract, right? And so I'm gonna call this one dude, and guys, I'm super private. Like even some of my closest friends don't know about this. So it's really funny the way I'm sharing it, because I'm super, super private, but this is like public private, and the names will be something else, and also the voice will be whatever. But let's see if these guys are gonna pick up. I'm gonna call my first one, which, let's just see what he says.
Hi, you reached
Cut. Call me back. Okay, we'll stop it right now. Wait till he calls me back. No? Lessons I learned. And so, you know, what was interesting is I was in such a loveless marriage for so long that when I decided to get separated and divorced, I think the fact that I got attention was the first time that I felt like beautiful. You know, this person specifically, it was like, you know, when you meet someone and you're just like, wow, this person and me are on the same wavelengths, like we connect. But this person just kind of helped me, and it was just really funny because, and I'm gonna call him in a little bit, or he's gonna call back, when we discussed that, I was just like, I'm gonna marry you. And then I remember getting a haircut. I went to a gay bar, like haircut, and I was like, I met him. And then he was like, oh my God, what, babe? You know, and I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, he's somebody that I'm gonna be with. Like, he just makes me feel so good. I've never had this before, this type of love. It was all lust. And then he's like, how old is he? And mind you, I was 35. I think he was like 22. And then he said, girl, stop. Literally, my hairdresser said, girl, stop. I go, what do you mean? And that's it. Hopefully he picks up too. There was another one. So there was these 3 specific ones. They legitimately were the best guys I've ever dated. And they were just honest with me. And they were, that was gonna be a voicemail too, he's gonna call. They were honest with me, they were direct with me, and it was like a genuine kind of love that I never had. And it's like I was always used to guys, or my ex-boyfriends or my ex-husband, guys that were like obsessive, but in a very not healthy way. And this was the first time that I met well-balanced men where they were able to almost like watch out for the best of me. Like, I was like, no, I want this or this, and they're just like, no, Jen, like, this is not what it is, you know? And just super direct, but genuinely because they were good friends of mine. And so that's kind of what it is. So there was 3. One, I asked for permission. he was not available at this hour. And then another one right now, he said call back in 30 minutes. And then the other one right now, he said he'll call back. Or maybe they all got scared, who knows? So the first one, he's gonna call back. He was way too young, okay? You know, you start to see in a lot of, even on Instagram, you start to see a lot of women, like even Kristen Cavallari, when she dated that guy that was like 15 years younger or 10 years younger, you start to see where a lot of women, when you're in a relationship or a marriage, in a partnership where you're not getting the love and attention you have, and you meet these young bucks, young chickens that are like obsessed with you and give you attention and just make you feel beautiful and loved. You know, I think because we lacked it for so long that it's all of a sudden, oh my God, this is perfect. But really, when it comes down to it, and you've seen a lot of these relationships, except for actually, you know who's Joe Jonas's wife? Priyanka? Yeah, they're like, anyways, they're like 20 years. I mean, that's like a genuine love because he's like a real man. Oh my God, he's so sexy. I would totally date him. But that's different. But I think it just depends on the placement of your life. So when I got divorced, I think any guy that gave me attention, I just haven't had him for so long. Mind you, I was with my ex for 12 years. So I was with him from 23 to like 34, 35. Like I never got attention from men because, I mean, we could continue talking. I wasn't really allowed to go out. I wasn't really allowed to dress up. When I would walk, it's like I would have to put my head down kind of deal because it would be a fight or a jealousy situation if, God forbid, someone smiles at me. So I was like in that kind of dynamic. So when I became free and I got entered into this world where people legitimately were giving me attention and positive, right? Some were negative, some were positive, but just a genuine kind of like, oh my God, Jen, like you're beautiful. Like you should smile more and all these things. That's when I realized like, wow, like it's all about loving yourself truly. So the reasons why it didn't work, let's go back, is because number one, he was too young. You look at all these relationships and it's really just short. It's like infatuation. You know, it's quick to start, quick to end. I think the best relationships start with friendship first. And so that's what happened. The second one, I probably won't share too much about the details of it, but I literally had called him earlier and I was like, hey, I want to call you and just to kind of express how appreciative I am because you're one of the first men in my life to genuinely be sweet and kind and caring for me, where I wanted to jump into something and you're like, no, you're like, you deserve better. And I used to always be like, oh, that's just an excuse. Like they don't like you as much. But, you know, moving forward and stuff, no, they actually genuinely care. It's a different kind of love. So that's why. The third one was timing. It's all timing. I think there's a lot of healing involved when you want to be jumped into a relationship. And I think the people in your life that teach you the most are ones that are just direct and honest, but it could cause you also the most pain and hurt and suffering. But it's a beautiful thing because for you to step out of it and realize, oh, they did it out of love and you're figuring things out, how you communicate, I think that's a really big deal. So that's about it. My 23-year-old called. I think he's like 27 now. I wanted just to give 3 tips of just kind of navigating through a divorce for when you start dating. Number one is truly love yourself, you know, and truly understand where you are in your life and own it. If you want to have fun, go out, meet friends, people, and it's not take it seriously and have fun. Like live your best life. No one's judging. And I got the best advice once from my ex-boss years ago. He says, Jen, no one gives a shit. Like no one cares. Oh, okay, hold on. Somebody's calling. Hi, Bobby.
Hello there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great and exhausted.
Are you? I just want to let you know, this is Jen's Roses and your voice is being broadcasted to my 10 viewers, and your voice will be like, do you want it to be high or low? You know, like those drug deals like in those movies when they like talk?
Yeah, like those bicep episodes where it's super deep.
Yeah, you want it to be like super deep?
Yeah, sure, you can do it super deep.
Don't talk to me like that. So anyways, I know, quick question. So I kind of did a preface, and I'm just kind of doing an episode on like dating after divorce, and I mentioned that you're one of my top selected 3, you know, that I felt helped me kind of get through everything. But it's just kind of funny, Frank, that's your name, is that it's funny because, you know, obviously we're very private, but I think for me to share with the viewers and to help other people was, remember when we like started somewhat dating? How old were you? Were you like 21? How old were you?
I was barely 18.
How old are you, babe? You're like 23.
No, I think, this was about 4 or 5 years ago, right? So I was like 20, like 23.
Oh my God. And I literally thought I was gonna marry you. I remember? I was like, we're gonna be together. And then you...
I was like, I'm not sure about that one. I'm 22 years old, right?
You know what was the most mature thing you said, though? You told me, you're like, Jen, I have absolutely nothing to offer you.
Yeah, that was like just starting my career. I was definitely, on the way up. So we were just having fun.
What was it about? How do you feel of like seeing the journey? Because obviously you're a really good friend of mine, and like, how do you feel about seeing from meeting me from that situation till now? What do you think has changed?
I think you've definitely moved on, and at the beginning it was obviously a struggle with the ex and everything and the kids, and I think now you've probably found peace and been able to move on from that situation, and it seems like you're happy. So obviously we don't see each other that much anymore or talk that often, but when we do, it's always good times.
I just want to say thank you, because you really have helped me get through like the hardest times, and now that you're like a young man, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you. Okay, that's all.
Of course, always. Well, I'll always love you and always be here for you.
Love you, Bubby. Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah. So that was the story from Frank. So I wouldn't say really, what was my first tip was love yourself. No, like exactly what you said. Have fun. He's like, we're just having fun. We're friends. It's cool, and like, don't be so serious about stuff. Like, really, and this goes with any kind of relationship you're in. You don't just jump into something else. There's a lot of healing and finding yourself in the next phases in life. Second one is find a good support system. Don't be embarrassed of the things that you've gone through, and it's okay to cry. I know. I used to never cry, legit. And when I cried, it would be like dead face and a tear coming down, and I'd be like, oh my God, that's so emotional. I was always taught to be strong and brave and to never cry, so I never released. And I think releasing and crying is actually very healing, and it's a beautiful thing. So I want to say, allow yourself to go through those feelings and emotions. Divorce is really hard. No matter how good of a relationship you have with your ex or you don't, it's really difficult, especially if you have kids. So just know that. Find your good support system. Sometimes you just need a hug. I have 2 best friends that went through this journey with me, and I remember just calling them or going to their house, and I'm like, don't talk to me, just give me a hug. And they were there for me. And so that's the second tip. Third tip is just ride the waves. It's gonna be highs and lows, but I promise you, you will get to a point where things will be stable and you will feel great, and you will just be like, oh my God, I'm free and I'm happy, So those are the 3 tips. That was the episode. Thanks so much for watching episode 2, Dating After Divorce. There was 3 main guys, and they all said the same thing when I called them, and they were like, wow, I'm honored, Jen. Yeah, they should be honored.